Good afternoon, you're with your Saints video team. We're up here at Headingley. Makes a change for us to get on the gantry here at Headingley after being fobbed off the last time we came in the bottom left-hand corner, and then the time before it was BSB. But Saints are looking to continue in the impressive winning form in the league. Leeds the opposition today, and the Saints team for today: full-back David Tanner, Riley, Connolly, Hunt and Quirk in the three quarters, Rapati and Cooper the half-backs, with Ward, Groves and Mann in the front row, Harrison, Farber and Beavers the back three, Bailey and Cosgrove are the substitutes. The Leeds side: full-back Edwards, the three-quarter line of Bentley, Creaser, Irving and Gibson, half-back partnership of Schofield and Golding, the front row of Malloy, Maskill and Powell, with Shaw, O'Neill and Devote the back three. Their substitutes are Gareth Stevens and Richard Gunn. Big task for the Saints today. Headingley not the happiest of hunting grounds in latter years for the Saints. We're out there centre field, Shane Cooper, Saints captain, Gary Schofield, the Leeds captain. Cooper at scrum half this afternoon. Paul Bishop with a two-match ban. Well, they had a four-match ban, reduced to two on appeal, and the video was there present, but obviously the hierarchy at Leeds weren't impressed with it, and Golding got four-match ban, obviously as I just said, reduced to two. So without young Paul Bishop for this afternoon's clash, and the clash at Wakefield next Sunday, but it's Saints to kick off. And Saints playing up to the sponsors' boxes here at Henley. Phil Beavers to get us underway. Referee today, Brian Galtris from Bradford. Phil Beavers gets the OK, and away we go. Deep lofted kick, well taken by full-back Marvin Edwards, keeping record signing out here at Headingley. John Gallagher attacked in half-back there, Steve Malloy, ex-Warrington campaigner, for the Saints lining out, and George Mann is being pointed to. Referee Galtris, eagle-eyed, usually the norm, the first few seconds, 34 seconds we've had on the watch there, and Saints penalised for offside. Gary Schofield with a kick to touch. As the Leeds crowd get behind them, as Colin Maskill starts play. Malloy now charging up. Connolly brings him down. Blindside ploy from Leeds. Now the ball's fed inside. Schofield, Goulding along the line now. Simon Irving breaks through the tackle. Shane Cooper stopped his progress, but he evaded the tackle, and now it's Leeds along the line again. Schofield, inside ball to Maskill, the hooker. Farber taking a knock there in that tackle. Roy Powell attacked in half-back. Tries to go on his own. Farber still down. They have to receive treatment. Saints physio just can't get to him, Jeanette Smith, but it's Golding. On to Schofield. Long ball on the far side. Leeds keep it moving. Irving. Inside ball now to O'Neill. And it's John Bentley trying to squeeze in at the corner. The sixth and final tackle with Leeds putting pressure on. It's Golding again. He chips it, but is it going to be too deep? Beavers takes it. Phil Beavers there, as ever, solid in defence. And it looks like Rapati bringing the ball away. Trying to clear the line. Saints soaking a lot of pressure up there. Kevin Ward, back in action, missed last week's game. The midweek one against Salford. But now it's John Harrison, powering his way forward. Roy Powell, one of the tacklers there with Malloy. Groves onto Farber, back in action. As I said, just took a knock when Maskill went through, but fully recovered now. Alan Hunt over on the far side, played in the A-team on Friday night, but the ball is back to Beavers. A lofted kick. Marvin Edwards comes for it, but it bounces and flicks up there to Carl Gibson. Coming crossfield is Gibson, but a Riley Connolly sandwich there brings him to ground. Marvin Edwards at dummy half. Connolly in there again. Playing exceptionally well in this centre berth is Gary Connolly. Leeds still in possession. Loop movement there. Quick hands. On to David Creaser. But solid tackling from the Saints. Now it's Roy Powell. Alan Hunt has him, but he's still going forward. This Powell, Phil Beavers has to come in to make sure the man's grounded. Goulding along the line, Schofield. Long ball, quick hands. Simon Irving onto Marvin Edwards. He's brought down. Mike Riley completes the tackle. Referee Galtrus with his arm upstretched. The sixth and final one as Goulding lofts it high again. Pressure kick for the Saints. Well, Beavers was underneath it. Beavers knocked it back when he was being pressurised by Malloy. But it was Les Quirk that tidied it up, and Saints breaking. David Tanner up to the 25-yard line. Difficult task today, and Saints, they've had some hard matches as of late. Wigan in the Lancashire Cup, Bradford in the league, then the Lancashire Cup final against Rochdale, which was a strength sapper. Salford at home on Wednesday. The ball's knocked back, it's kept going. So now it's here, Rapati, Connolly. Riley goes inside, but Connolly going up the wing. Turns in field. It's Gibson that clamps him. Good run again. The Saints splitting the Leeds defence wide open. And George Mann 10-15 yards further forward with Shane Cooper at dummy half. The ball's turned in field. Bullet pass off Beavers to forward. He straightens up. Solid Leeds defence centre field. And Beavers again plays it, brings it away onto Cooper. Ball to Harrison, move to his left. Harrison looking for support. He gets it back to Kevin Ward, who tidies it up. And Ward powering up to the Leeds 25. First chance for the Saints now, near the Leeds 25. Gary Connolly has it. Pushes one tackle off Connolly. He goes up. Beavers was in support, but he couldn't release it. 5 minutes gone, no score. And Saints in the Leeds 25. Cooper lofts it high. Groves follows it. Marvin Edwards comes for it, and Groves completes the tackle. Good play from the Saints, putting pressure on Leeds, and they've got to hold Leeds up in their own 25. But it's Bentley there, trying to make a bit of headway. Hunt wraps him up there on the far side with Les Quirk. Roy Powell, Sullivan and Jonathan Griffiths missing today, playing for Leeds, playing for Wales against Papua New Guinea. But Gary Schofield, astute kick for position, yes. Pinpoint kick from him there, just bounced infield, 10 yards inside the Saints half and went into touch. Scrum down with the Saints feed, first scrum of the match. And Schofield there kicking Leeds out of a bit of pressure, camped in their own 25. And touch found, as I said, 10 yards inside the Saints half. Cooper to feed, Saints push. Cooper out to Rapati. On to Alan Hunt, into space, Hunt. Looking for support, Connolly's with him. The Saints keep it moving. Now with Cooper, change of direction, up to George Mann. Overlap on the left for the Saints if they can capitalise on it. Alan Hunt comes in field, now with Les Quirk. He keeps it going to Forber. Forber tried to beat the Leeds defence there, but he was well clamped. Mike O'Neill completing the tackle round the chest. Ward running hard and strong, turning in the tackle, looking to release as ever. But now it's Paul Groves, but an infringement at the scrum there. Well, Saints are not happy with that. It looks though Kevin Ward has been adjudged to have knocked on as he got up to play the ball. Obviously a very dark area that, with this ball stealing outlawed. But referee Galtrus giving Leeds the benefit of the doubt there as Goulding feeds. Saints push, but it's Saints have possession. Cooper, Rapati. The Leeds penalised there for striking at the ball is kind of the indication, but when it's on the floor it is up for grabs. But obviously an infringement there, and Saints being awarded the penalty, and Shane Cooper, the captain, is ordering David Tanner to take the goal kick. So David Tanner the only goal kicker, regular goal kicker you can say on view today. We've got Bernard Dwyer out. He kicked 12 goals in the Lancashire Cup first round. Paul Loughlin out with a broken arm. He's 5 to his credit, and Paul Bishop suspended. He's 10. David Tanner, he's done well. He's 15 goals so far before today's match. In the Leeds 25, strikes it well. It's there between the uprights. 8.5 minutes gone, and Saints take a 2 points to nil lead. Gary Schofield, a centre spot, just teeing the ball up to get us underway. Signals to his side there as the ball's being lofted up. Gary Connolly comes in for it, takes it on the 25. Maskill meets him, and Cooper misses out Tirapati on the dummy run, and John Harrison coming through, getting a bit mauled round the head there by O'Neill, and loose forward to Divity. But it's Kevin Ward, turns in the tackle, gives it to Beavers. Always a man to follow, Kevin Ward. Blindside from the Saints, that's with George Mann. Down with the shoulder, pushes the first line of defence off, but well clamped again as Alan Hunt comes away with it. Sixth and final tackle for the Saints as Leeds urged to get onside, but referee Galtres had just looked to O'Neill on his right. They found out he was in an offside position, but it's allowed to go. And Carl Gibson gathers it, sits up nice for him. Cooper and Rapati clamp him. Marvin Edwards for Leeds, bringing it blindside. Ward wraps him up there. Phil Beavers, as we said, Beavers there, play anywhere, right in the thick of it. Blindside again. Well, it's the second row forward there, Matt Shaw, kicked out and caught Beavers on the arm. Once Leeds are playing it, Mike O'Neill. Paul Farmer, I beg your pardon, it is, that brings him to a halt. Golding chips it upfield. Mike Riley gathers it, stops it with his foot first. First touch for Riley, goes crossfield. Well, runs into the Leeds welcoming committee. Divity completing the tackle. And now Les Quirk brings the ball up to the 25. 11 minutes gone, 2 points to nil in the Saints' favour. George Mann in possession, looking to shrug the tackles off. 3 men it takes to bring George down. Saints play quickly. John Harrison taking up the running, still going is Harrison, looking to release, he does so to George Mann. Saints have spread it left, Cooper, quick hands there, David Tanner linking up, Rapati's with him, supports from Farmer, as Farmer charges forward, a lofted ball. Well, Mike Riley can't take it, but Carl Gibson, Phil Beaver stops him, round the chest, and then Kevin Ward wraps him up. Beaver stopped him, but very quick there, Carl Gibson, looking to get things underway, and referee Galtres in there, being codded again by the Leeds players. He's saying that Paul Groves didn't get up quick enough, and Leeds are awarded a penalty. But a hard stint there from the Saints, and it was Groves that felt the wrath of referee Galtres' whistle. Leeds fine touch on the Saints 25, Golding up to Malloy. Groves and Ward quickly in again as Powell running strong, well wrapped up. Saints just laying off the Leeds runners at present. The Leeds trying to put the pressure on. It's infield to Schofield. Well, they went right through the player's legs, and it's on to Rapati. Into space now. Rapati taking him on, 10 yards short of the halfway line. Cooper turns it left, Beavers along the line, Tanner's there, looking for the gap is David Tanner, into the Leeds half now. A mistake by Leeds, Saints capitalise on it and make 40 yards upfield. George Mann pushing the tacklers off, Malloy looking for that interception, but George Mann there takes some pulling down. Groves again, takes it blindside, well, turns round, going nowhere unfortunately this time. The touch judge is on, so it's Malloy and the loose forward Divity in the tackle, but something going amiss there, and the touch judge on the far side just coming in to report to referee Galtres. Should be a penalty to the Saints, I would imagine, with the two Leeds players in on the Saints man. Well, picked the bones out of that, got it wrong again, didn't I? He's saying that Paul Groves going in with the elbow. Well, he was well wrapped up there by Malloy and Divity, but Leeds being awarded the penalty. Certainly leaves a lot to be desired, some of these refereeing decisions, but another one going against the Saints. There are 3 penalties to Leeds, 1 to the Saints. Maskill, inside ball there to Malloy. Well, a superb tackle by David Tanner, try-saving tackle as Malloy was on the charge, but it's Leeds spreading it to the left. Divity now linking up this ex-full forward. Well, he's lost the ball, Saints have it. Solid tackling there. Well, Beavers again in there, doing the tackling in on Devorty. He lost possession and Beavers snapped it up very quickly. Saints again now. George Mann running out wide. Alan Hunt and less work on his outside. He has to take the tackle of Mike O'Neill. Cooper, Harrison. Harrison straightens up into space. Cooper's there. Inside ball to Kevin Ward. Looking to release, he does to Rapati. Pushing the defence off Rapati. Still going. 10 yards inside the Leeds half now, and Saints running rampant. Hunt, Beavers, inside ball to Cooper. Change of direction, it's with George Mann. Quick hands is the order of the day. Cooper there linking up again. He's been in everything, Shane Cooper, so far in these 15 minutes that we've had. Beavers on the 6th tackle with the high ball, putting pressure on Marvin Edwards. Groves is chasing him. Yes, Groves there follows up and tackles Edwards only at 2 or 3 feet short of the line. Gibson at dummy half. Speed Merchant looking to get away, and he's in the clear now. But Gibson's brought down. It's Beavers again. Beavers and Cooper have been the Saints' saviours so far. Leeds playing quickly. It's Bentley, the other wingman. He's trying to get through, and Leeds have made 45 yards upfield. Well, George Mann, the ball was being passed back. Mann was marking up, so how he can be offside, I don't know. But referee Galtres saying he was offside. He's penalised the Saints, and that's a bit of pressure relieved from the for Leeds, because Saints were putting Leeds under a tremendous amount of pressure. On the Saints 25, Malloy, first man in, big man. He'll have to be stopped. Golding again at dummy half, bringing it left. Schofield to Maskill, he's lost ball again. Saints ready quickly, Trapati onto Connolly. Connolly and lead him a merry dance, but Irving wraps him up. So Leeds losing a hell of a lot of possession. Whether it is damp out there on this end of the pitch, but it certainly looks in excellent condition. Connolly at dummy half. Inside to Cooper, short ball to Ward. He'll no doubt be a marked man this afternoon, Kevin Ward, with his block-busting runs. Leeds will know what it's like when Kevin played for Castleford, but Leeds they're lying all over the Saints. But referee Galtres doesn't go off as quickly as he does when the Saints were tackling the Leeds players. And now it's George Mann attacking half-back on to Beavers along the line. Quick hands again. It's Gary Connolly. Turn of pace there as Connolly turns Gibson inside out, but he's not in touch. Rude not in touch there as they try to force him into touch. They'll be penalised if they keep on rolling. It's Goldinger and Gibson. It's now with Beavers. Kicks it upfield. Edwards gathers it. Marvin Edwards is brought down. Shane Cooper completes the tackle. Divity at dummy half. On to Gary Schofield. He's one that'll have to be watched carefully this afternoon. Both these half-backs, Golding and Schofield, will have to be well marked. And they have been so far, but it's Malloy taking up the running, 10 yards outside his own 25-yard line. 17 and a half minutes gone, 2-0 the score in the Saints' favour. Tightly contested game. Schofield again, Powell, block busting forward. Well, I don't think that was meant for Divity, but it's now with Simon Irving. Lofted pass to nobody. Gibson had come in field. and Gibson and Irving. Obviously a lack of communication there, I'm pleased to say, as the final pass from Irving went directly into touch. Scrum down right in front of us on the 10-yard line from touch and banged on the halfway line virtually. Cooper to feed. Saints turn it inside. Tira Patty playing at standoff. He is a standoff. Connolly into space. Diagonal run. Cooper on to George Mann. Out to Mike Riley, takes it well this time, he'll have to go in field. Brushes past the first line of defence, but Malloy brings him down. Cooper, Ward. Ward will take the ball up. Groves tidies it up. On to Tanner. Overlap for Saints on the far side. Hunt. Out to Les Quirk. Well, the tackle count way back to the start, as it must have adjudged to have touched the Leeds man. As referee Galtrus there wipes the slate clean. But it's John Harrison, took it well, snatched at it, but managed to hold it. Another 5 tackles for the Saints, just outside the Leeds 25. Cooper along the line, George Mann looking to break the tackle. Centre field just outside the 25, 2 points to nil, the Saints lead. Cooper again, on to Kevin Ward. Back to Cooper. Offside decision given. The pass did look to go forward, but an offside decision as Cooper took it in front of Ward. So a penalty to Leeds. 5 penalties to 1. Now make it with halfway through this first half. 20 minutes gone, 20 minutes to go, and Saints taking the scrums 2-1. Got 2 balls on the pitch there, and referee Galtrus kicks it away as Leeds get things underway. With Maskill at half-back, Golding along the line, Mike O'Neill. But well taken down there by Tira Patty. As I said, he is well, Phil Beavers gets the loose ball. It was played there by O'Neill. And Maskill very slow to play the ball. George Mann, Tanner linking up. Tanner, nearly breaks the tackle there of David Creaser. But Groves scampering away. Ever alert, Paul Groves. Saints on the charge, looking to register the first try. It's Kevin Ward, 10 yards short of the Leeds 25, and it's been all Saints putting the pressure on. Leeds have hardly been in the game. John Harrison now, brought down right on the 25-yard line. What'll happen now? Will the ball go up in the air? So it's going to Cooper. Little chip kick through there for George Mann. George Mann gathers it well. Knocked it forward. Offside, he's been adjudged there, and I'm sure if he has a look again there on the video, I think that's perhaps a line decision there. A planned ploy there from Shane Cooper with George Mann steaming through, but he's judged as offside, and Leeds are awarded the penalty. Well, Maskill there trying to cabbage a few yards, but being brought back by referee Galtrus. Malloy, Kevin Ward meets him. George Mann round the legs. Golding along the line. Roy Powell looking for the hole there, but Beavers has him. Rapati wraps him up. Mike O'Neill again attacked in half-back. Brings it blindside. Short ball there to Diverty. Into space, Diverty. Tanner will have to complete the tackle. He does narrow his ankle down, and Cooper brings him down. But it's Schofield moving it right. Matt Shaw in the second row today for Leeds. He's on loan from York. But it's Leeds now, rare excursion in the Saints 25. Golding, loop movement there with O'Neill. Well, O'Neill finally gets it away to Bentley. Bentley threading his way through over there to the right wing. Les Quirk brings him down. It's the 6th and final tackle for Leeds. They are in the Saints 25. And it's Schofield there with an up and under. Puts pressure on David Tanner. Takes it well, Tanner, and he's into space. Well, just brought down by Roy Powell. Simon Irving up there, and he was in an offside position when that ball was kicked. Whether referee Galtrus had picked that up, we don't know. But now it's John Harrison up to the Saints 25. Bringing it away there, the Saints, full 25-30 yards. Now with Kevin Ward. The Leeds player taking a knock in that tackle as Ward came through. But the game stopped by referee Galtres as treatment. Obviously, I think it was Paul Farmer as well that brought the incident to referee Galtres' attention. The Leeds up and down side this season. As I said, they've only won 4 games out of the 7. This will be their 8th of the season. 20 points to 4 up last Sunday at Wakefield, Bellevue Wakefield. That's where Saints go next Sunday. 20 points to 4 up with 20 minutes to go, and yet they was beaten 22 points to 20. Well, not looking too clever out there for that Leeds player. Looks though a stretch is going to be called for. Not something we like to see at rugby ground, but didn't look anything in that tackle at all as Kevin Ward was steaming through. But the injured player, the attention being brought to referee Galtres. I think it was Paul Farmer that mentioned it to him, and action was taken straight away. The Leeds substitute, Gareth Stevens, stripped off, ready to come on. I think it's Gareth Stevens. It'll be the substitute forward, Richard Gunn. It's Maskill that's taken the injury. Colin Maskill, the hooker, and Richard Gunn, hooker, is straight exchange. Well, Colin Maskill, they're being stretchered off. Well, they're going to try and load him onto the stretcher. Looks like a leg injury. So Colin Maskill there, sympathetic round of applause. Usually good in the loose, not been able to show much of his talent so far this afternoon. And Richard Gunn comes on to replace Colin Maskill, just being stretchered off there. Kevin Ward it'll be to restart. Paul Groves attacked in half-back. As Colin Maskill just being taken straight down the tunnel there. Groves tried to scamper away, well clamped there. Richard Gunn straight in the action with Roy Powell. Cooper back to Beavers. Diverty trying to close him down. Marvin Edwards up for the ball. George Mann comes in. Well, George Mann closes him down, but John Harrison completes the tackle. Kevin Ward in there as well. Richard Gunn at dummy half. Leeds are bringing it blindside. John Bentley, the right winger, roving commission today, looking for that half gap where his superior pace should tell if he can get through the gap. Malloy brought down by Beavers. And Roy Powell now taking up the running. John Harrison has him clamped. You've got to clamp these men, man and ball. Make sure they don't release it. Rich Gunn taking it to the right with Schofield, kicks it upfield. The Leeds chasers, quite a few of them in an offside position, but Schofield will have to run up and bring them onside. But Irving and Gibson complete the tackle. And now it's Mike Riley, taken down by Richard Gunn. And Malloy, Steve Malloy. Been right in the thick of the things, Malloy, in both attack and defence. George Mann held the ball knocked back. It should be another 6 tackles, that surely, as Connolly breaks down the wing. Well, referee Galtres is not signalling anything, so the tackle count will remain. Farmer in a testimonial season with the Saints, looking forward to a bumper check. One of the rare Saints players in the latter seasons of testimonials that has managed to turn out for the Saints on a regular basis. 6th and final tackle. Cooper back to Beavers, to David Tanner, gets the kick away to his opposite number, Marvin Edwards on the Leeds 25. Alan Hunt, Les Quirk, bring him down 10 yards short of the halfway line. 27 minutes of the half gone, obviously plus stoppage time for that injury to Colin Maskill. Bentley coming through again, the reception committee of Ward and Harrison. He didn't like it, but he'll have to lump it. And Kevin Ward's in there again. Bobby Golding gets it away to Schofield. Schofield trying to give the dummy to draw the Saints defence in, but it didn't work that time, and Forber bounces into the ground. Malloy is on a charge. It's on to Matt Shaw. He's quickly wrapped up. Sixth and final tackle of this sequence. Gunn to Golding. Gets it away after he'd beaten the defence. Put right into David Taller's breadbasket there, no problem. Breaks away David Taller into space. Les Quirk looming on his left, but he couldn't release it. Grove, Saints took it blindside. Cooper, Alan Hunt. Good ball to Quirk. Let's see what he can do, Quirk. Takes the defence on over the halfway line. Well, the ball's released. A knock-on is indicated by referee Galtres from Schofield. Sees nobody at home. The chase is on. Les Quirk's coming back. Marvin Edwards is coming through. Will the ball go dead? Well, when Connolly touches down. Did well there, Gary Connolly. Showed his pace, but a good ploy there from Leeds. They won the scrum. Schofield could see there was no full-back at home. He booted it downfield. Edwards chased it. Les Quirk was back there, but it was Gary Connolly that won the chase. He touched it down. He could have booted it dead, but Saints now to drop on from between the sticks. Two points to nil the score in the Saints' favour. Half an hour gone, 10 minutes remaining, plus the stoppage time. Deep kick from Beavers, 60-odd yards before Gibson picks it up. Saints come in. Gibson sidesteps, runs into Kevin Ward, but does manage to get away. But Tirapati upends him. Gunn brings it blindside. Powell. Beavers brings him down. Connolly does clamp him. Beavers keeps hold of him. Was always looking to release. Schofield, Golding, cuts out past there. Can Saints capitalise on it? Alan Hunt. Well, that's it. You can say good night to that, can't you? Alan Hunt races away. Down in between the H's. No problem. Alan Hunt there snaps up that loose ball. Leeds with trying to put a little bit of enterprise in play. The long ball out, and they couldn't keep hold of it. Alan Hunt came through. Bounced on, pounced, I should say, on the loose ball and touched down between the sticks. Schofield, Golding, cuts out past there. Can Saints capitalise on it? Alan Hunt. Well, that's it. You can say good night to that, can't you? Alan Hunt races away. Down in between the H's. No problem. Alan Hunt there snaps up that loose ball. Leeds with trying to put a little bit of enterprise in play. The long ball out, and they couldn't keep hold of it. Alan Hunt came through. Bounced on, pounced, I should say, on the loose ball and touched down between the sticks. Alan Hunt's 7th try of the season, just one behind the Saints' leading try scorer Gary Connolly with 8, and we must remember that Hunt has been out for a while with a nasty leg injury, deprived him of quite a few matches. He was the leading try scorer in the Stone Bitter League campaign with 6. He got them in no time at all, and he's back in action this afternoon, his first match for quite a few, and that's going to be another 6 points for the Saints when David Taller pops this one over. An 8-point lead for the Saints it's going to be, with David Taller right in front of the sticks. Well, Hastings missed one yesterday, didn't he, on that rugby union, but it was a bit to the right. Can't see David Taller missing this, no problem. I shouldn't have been, well, I wasn't actually watching it yesterday, that rugby union. I was listening to it on the radio. But anyway, David Taller there pops it over from short range, right between the sticks, converts Alan Hunt's try. 32 minutes gone on the watch, plus obviously stoppage time, and Saints with an 8-0 lead. To the Saints, confidence of power are good, but when you look at the game so far, as we said, 32 minutes gone, and it's been all Saints. It's been all one-way traffic. Leeds not putting any pressure on the Saints at all. Super defence and just as quick in attack. There's Gary Connolly. Taken down there by Mike O'Neill, veteran campaigner Mike O'Neill, if I may say so. Quite a few years with the Widnes, and then a new lease of life over here to Leeds. They had a spell with Rochdale, but then Leeds snapped him up And now Kevin Ward taking up the running. Malloy wraps him up. Diverty was round the legs. Richard Gunn also in there. Takes at least 3 to bring Wardy down. But Groves trying to scamper through. No way through for Paul Groves there. The ball will have to be released now. It's the 6th and final tackle. It's Beavers. O'Neill burning down on him, but Beavers gets it away. Gibson under pressure, but takes it comfortably. Sidesteps inside. Riley and Connolly wraps him up. Held his referee Galtras's call. Simon Irving. Rapati wraps him up. Powell taking up the running. Solid Saints defence. You've got to tackle in 2s and 3s as the Saints are. Can't afford to give Leeds any room whatsoever. Diverty. Marvin Edwards was looming on his right. Diverty looking to pass around the man, but he was well clamped that time. And now it's Gunn on to Golding. Groves closes him down and Farber wraps him up. Excellent tackle from Farber. Richard Gunn at dummy half. Schofield trying to get his men underway. Short ball to Powell there. 6th and final one now, and it'll be back to Schofield for the lofted kick, you can bet. If Schofield's in possession, there it is again, a bit repetitious. Well, Cooper went for it, it was knocked back there to Connolly. Gibson going in, a little enthusiastically high there on Gary Connolly as he was going into the tackle. But John Harrison, he hadn't clamped Harrison. Cooper was looming up, but he just couldn't release it. And it's Groves again to get us underway. George Mann straightens up, centre field, 10 yards outside his own 25. 6 minutes plus injury time remaining on the clock in this first half as Kevin Ward 10-15 yards further towards the halfway line. Beavers positional kicking over the touchline on the far side. It's not going to reach. Edwards is going to gather it. He does so 5 yards from his own line as the Saints defence come over. Rapati first man in and upends him. Here's a standoff by right to Rapati. Played most of his rugby with the Saints in the centre position. But Leeds trying to get underway. Certainly looking a bit lax, and the Saints are closing them down. The Leeds supporters are getting a little agitated on the far side. But Powell it is, trying to steam through. He's brought down on the 25 again. Solid tackling, Groves and Beavers. Gunn at dummy half, onto O'Neill, and Leeds are going nowhere, aren't they? You can bet it'll go downfield now. There'll be a kick upfield. Schofield, there he is. Mike Riley has to come back. Will it find touch? No, I don't think so. Riley keeping it in field as the Leeds cover come over. But Riley breaks through, beats 2. Schofield comes again, he pushes Schofield off. Crossfield run from Riley, didn't get a lot of forward movement, but kept possession. Taking it over there to Alan Hunt, Les Quirk wing. Groves blindside onto Farber. 5 yards short of the halfway line. 8 points to 0, Saints in the lead. Cooper. Kevin Ward, well, a slip there by Leeds. Supported side for Cooper, but a splendid tackle there. Gary Schofield. Cooper with men on his left and his right. He chose Shane Cooper, and Schofield wraps him up. Harrison gets the ball to Beavers, onto George Mann, it's chipped through, Golding gathers it, but there's no way through for him. Saints cover defence, wrap him up. George Mann tried to chip, a rare movement for George. Simon Irving looking for support, Gunn was with him. Leeds putting a bit of play together, probably the best passage of play they've had so far. They're trailing by 8 points to 0. And now it's with Golding again, bringing it left. Schofield cuts out past the Diverty, loses his footing. Must be slippy out there on this Headingley pitch. The under-21s play Papua New Guinea here next Wednesday here at Headingley. Gary Connolly and Mike Riley in that squad. As it's with Golding, he lost it high. David Tanner takes it just in the field of play as Golding follows it up. And Saints have to get back now. Shortly before the half-time interval. Saints to be looking forward to a further score. Rapati still stood in the tackle. Les Quirk taken on suspicion there by Simon Irving. Farber bringing it away. Powell clamps him up to the 25. Farber plays it to himself. Into space is Farber. Support on the inside. Ward was coming up. Cooper was there, but well clamped there, Gary Schofield, and lying all over Farmer, but referee Galtres not impressed at all this time. The Saints spreading quickly to the left, loose pass there from Phil Beavers, up to Alan Hunt, dummies inside to Connolly. Sixth and final tackle now, but Saints spreading it about. Something that we used to do with this St Helens team. John to Beavers, he lost it high. Cooper closing down on Schofield, the ball knocked back, he lost possession, it did go back, but Cooper looks to referee Galtres as Marvin Edwards releases it to O'Neill. Ward and Big John Harrison wrap him up. Blindside again, it's on to Malloy. Been out of the action for the last 10 minutes, probably just having a bit of a blow. Gunn turns it in field. Golding over there on the far side, David Creaser. Schofield involved there, trying to get his side going. Diverty again. Sixth tackle again, very repetitious. Well, Schofield out wide, it'll come to him, it'll be up in the air. Well, he's tried for touch this time, perhaps. But it's David Tanner well positioned. Alan Hunt also back there. Tanner breaks the first line of defence over the 25-yard line. Saints looking hungry, looking strong, leading by 8 points to 0. Cooper onto Harrison, he's looking to release again, but Harrison drives a further 10 yards forward. A lot of home supporters, I could say, in the Saints ranks, not looking forward to coming to Headingley today. As Ward breaks through, it's onto Connolly. He's lost possession. Does Leeds have it? Connolly has it. Well, Leeds have it. Gibson onto Schofield. Beavers just misses the tackle on him, but Schofield turns it inside to Bentley. He puts the ball down. Saints still have possession. It's been knocked back by Les Quirk, and I just can't see who's got it. Paul Farmer, I think, taking a knock in the back, and Jeanette Smith, Saints physio, will have to come on to treat Paul Farmer. Must be very slippy out there, I suppose, considering the conditions. The handling has been not too bad at all, but Farmer back up there as Saints to move it out. Phil Beavers in possession. Well, we've played 40 minutes now, just on stoppage time for that injury to Colin Maskill as George Mann breaks through. Paul Grove steps up, attacking half-back. It's on to Cooper. Dummies with Paul Groves, but it's back to Farmer. 8 yards short of the halfway line, virtually centre field. George Mann moves it left. John Harrison straightens up, powers his way through. Looking to get up for a quick play of the ball as Groves is there. Saints bring it to the right, it's on to Cooper. Crossfield kick from Cooper, Pikes touch in the Leeds 25. I think it'll only be the fourth scrum of the half, with Saints taking 2-1 in scrum possession. It's a Leeds feed this time, so it should level it up. But it's putting Saints in the Leeds 25. Well, one against the head there. Cooper brings away. Saints now looking for a score. Alan Hunt back to Rapati. Rapati strong, driving for the line. And another score now would certainly sink this Leeds outfit. Quick play the ball wanted. Cooper at dummy half. Brings it blindside. Alan Hunt. Connolly going for the corner. Well, went to bang it down over the line, but lost possession. Very unlucky there, with Saints moving it quickly to the right. And Leeds now, it's going to be a last gasp chance for them in this first half, with Gibson coming through. Time running out, 1.5 minutes of injury time, stoppage time I should say. Well, it is injury time to Maskill. Been played already as O'Neill loses possession. Well, a knock on there, and the Leeds get ball back. Well, surely it was a Leeds knock on in the first place. No advantage to the Saints, as they didn't have the ball fully in their possession, as it didn't come back. So a bad decision there by referee Galtres, waving play on. George Mann quickly in, the ball's released from Richard Gunn. It's now with Golding, dummies to kick. He's brought down 10 yards outside his own half. Schofield, or outside the halfway line I should say. It's on to Bentley on the far side. Saints defence will have to hold firm. Can't afford to let Leeds get back in the game now. It's Diverty looking to turn in the tackle. Plays it quickly, Leeds on the last gasp chance. Schofield across field. Spreads it out to Simon Irving, but Connolly has him. Flicks it inside, looks him forward to Shaw. The ball's loose, Connolly has it. Into space, Connolly, but wrapped set up by O'Neill. There's the half-time hooter. Quite a bit of action from one end to the other as the half ends. But Saints unlucky enough to score in this bottom right-hand corner with Connolly. Went for it. Tried to touch it down, it was bounced. Then Leeds with a 25-yard tap brought it away. Tried to score at the other end, but they've never really looked in it in this half of Leeds. So the half-time score here at Headingley is Leeds 0, Saints 8. An 8th minute Tanner penalty goal, and then Alan Hunt scooping up that loose ball in the 30th minute, racing 35, 40 yards to the try line, touching it down between the sticks. Tanner converted it. The score, Leeds 0, Saints 8. Back with you for the second half of this Stone Bitter League Championship clash. Saints in an 8-0 lead at half-time. No substitutions for the Saints in the first half, and just that Richard Gunn coming on for the injured Colin Maskell. Ready to get things underway. Gary Schofield to kick off. Leeds playing up to the sponsors' boxes for this second half, and Saints playing down to the electric scoreboard. Excellent team performance from the Saints as referee Galtris gets things underway. Well, he blows the whistle and Gary Schofield gets things underway. Awkward bouncing ball for Gary Connolly, but gathers it safely. John Harrison moving it upfield. Mike McClellan's first game in charge of the Saints was at home against Leeds. They quickly amassed a 20-0 lead, then Leeds came back, but Saints finally ran out winners 32-26. George Mann again, running rampant, into space up the blind side there. There's Quirk at dummy half, onto Phil Beavers, Cooper along the line, Ward steaming through. Well, he's lost possession as Kevin Ward, but no, he's not. Leeds spectators crying for a knock-on, but it was facing his own sticks. As Beavers gets it underway, well, what a kick from Beavers, a superb kick. A full 60-yard kick there from Phil Beavers, 10 yards inside his own half, and he fires it right in the corner on the far side there. First scrum of the second half, Leeds to feed. Saints turn it again, and Cooper has possession, I do believe. Yes, another one against the head there. Saints looking to push further ahead with Rapati upended. Two against the head. Beavers knocks it back. The tackle counts way clean. Harrison driving for the line. 12 yards short, centre field. Saints need a score here, another 6 points to give them a 14-0 commanding lead. Rapati, Connolly. Sidesteps, has to take the tackle, was Gary Connolly. Well, looked a bit enthusiastic on the far side, but it's Cooper again, onto Ward, steaming forward, Kevin Ward, he gets another bite of the cherry, he's pushing him off with ease there. Groves at dummy half, comes in field, it's Cooper along the line, Rapati, Beavers, good ball out to Alan Hunt. Hunt touches down, well, it looked as though he was down in the corner, and then the touch judge raised his flag. He had to think about that, but whether we can get any joy from the video, the replay, it will not make any difference to the score. It wasn't awarded, but it's now Leeds again to feed, and very unlucky there, Alan Hunt certainly looked as though he touched it down before the touch judge had adjudged that he was in touch, whether it was actually Alan's leg that was in touch. But Saints push again. Have Saints scored a try? Yes, is it? No, it's Leeds in possession. But solid performance from the Saints again. Come on, you Saints, is the cry from the supporters amassed by the electric scoreboard end. A solid Saints defence again, taking this Leeds side to task. Multi-million pound at Leeds. They spent $1,200,000 before the signing of Golding and Henry Hanley. But Alan Hunt being taken on suspicion there by Irving, as Leeds now putting a bit together. Saints cover defence will have to move over. Marvin Edwards in the line. 45 yards upfield, Leeds have moved. It's the sixth and final tackle. Golding lobs it upfield. David Tanner gets it at the second bite. Saints back in possession. Tanner sidesteps, but O'Neill brings him to a halt 10 yards outside his own 25. Certainly an exciting game as Mike Riley comes away with it. Quickly dispatched by Malloy. Les Quirk from acting half-back pushes one off. Well, he just manages to hold on to him. Does substitute forward Richard Gunn. Mann, blindside onto John Harrison. Straightens it up. Turns in the tackle back to George Mann. Into space now. He pushes Richard Gunn off, but just couldn't keep his foot in and went into touch. At the beating there of Richard Gunn. Harrison with the drive that released the ball to George Mann. And a scrum down to be formed 10 yards outside the Leeds 25. Saints have been extremely powerful in these scrums. Winning 2 against the head up to now. Golding feeds and, well, made a hash of that, didn't he? But it's allowed to go on. Schofield along the line there. Bentley looking for support. He's got it there. A good inside ball there to Creaser. But well wrapped up. He had support of Edwards on the left. He could have released it. Certainly Edwards would have took some stopping. But it's Bentley on the far side. Inside to Gibson. Well, obstruction there around Irving, but play allowed to go on. Ward wraps him up. Big John Harrison brings him to a halt. He's not on the ground. 35 yards out Leeds now. Looking for the first score. Inside ball to Gunn. Harrison brings him down. Creaser was on his right. He couldn't release it again. But this is Leeds' best play so far. As Shaw in possession. Sixth and final tackle now. Schofield. Gibson offside on the far side, but Saints have it. It's Gary Connolly, took it well. There's Quirk bringing it away. No, beg your pardon, Mike Riley, wrong side. Mike Riley bringing it away. Beavers along the line now. Rapati, Alan Hunt, good ball to Quirk. Down with Quirk, pushes one off, but forced into touch. Solid tackling from Leeds. Saints breaking quickly out to their own 25 and Les Quirk forced into touch. Golding to feed again, and no doubt he'll be in the second row. Well, not bad that at all. Leeds come up with possession. Schofield onto Edwards. Well, good tackle from Riley. Excellent cover defence there from Mike Riley. As I said before, Riley and Connolly in the under-21 squad as Schofield scampering away. Lofted ball there on the far side to loose forward Diverty, but forced into touch. Excellent cover defence from the Saints, keeping a tight hold on this 8 points to 0 lead. Cooper to feed. Saints with a good clean scrum. Rapati into a big hole. Edwards brings him down. 3-2 Leeds taking the scrum possession in the second half. Blindside onto Faber. Well, Groves there. Faber done it to pass it to Paul Groves. Now it's blindside again with George Mann. 3-man tackle onto George Mann and still trying to release the ball from his hands. Cooper kicks it upfield. Edwards chases it, gathers it safely, but Cooper there following his kick up. And Kevin Ward, well, he ducked under the tackle or slipped in Edwards. Cooper stopped him and Ward came back to complete the tackle. Leeds in their own 25, just breaking over the line now with Powell. Excellent servant for Leeds, Roy Powell. Great written forward as well. Golding along the line. Awkward ball, but well taken by Shaw. Solid tackling from the Saints. George Mann and Paul Faber combined to bring Shaw down. Liberty from the acting half-back position, trying to scamper through. No way through for him, well wrapped up. Sixth and final tackle for Leeds, and they're running it. They'll have looked a forward pass from Schofield. And there's the sixth tackle now, and Schofield there, he's playing steam with his players. There's David Tanner into space, diagonal run, taking the ball back into the Leeds half. 9 minutes of play we've had. Vivers, Rapati into space, turns back inside, onside ball to Mike Riley. Connolly goes in the outside position to the wing bird, but Riley couldn't release it, and Saints with a chance to open the scoring in the second half. Cooper, lofty ball to forward. Alan Hunt on the outside. Hunt gives the dummy, still driving, but he's forced into touch. Excellent passage of play from the Saints there. As I was on about Mike McLaren's match at Nosey Road, also in that season when we came here to Headingley, we was ensconced in this bottom left-hand corner in one of these pylon concrete type effort things, with the match being on BSB, and unfortunately on that day the Saints got a 50 points to 14 hammering, and it's the first time in over 60 years that the Saints have had 50 points for Alan. But Alan Hunt there just bounced into touch over on the far left, and that left knee obviously took another knock. He's been out, as I said before, for quite a while with that knee injury, but he's have to be substituted now as Mark Bailey comes on. A straight positional swap as Alan Hunt is cheered off to the dugout. Also Leeds substitution. Gary Stevens coming on for Matt Shaw. So Alan Hunt being cheered off there. Also Gary Stevens on. Stevens going straight to the scrum half position. Leeds with the scrum feed and possession. Alan Hunt taking a knock there. Unfortunately out with that leg injury. Must have flared up again. But he's going over to be treated, and he'll be able to come back on if needed. Schofield trying to get things underway, onto Golding, well wrapped up by Farber. Excellent tackling from Paul Farber. Testimonial beneficiary this season as Schofield, positional kicking again, but Mike Riley will not be able to get back in time. And a good kick from Schofield, finds touch midway between the Saints 25 and the halfway line. Scrum down with the Saints feed. Shane Cooper quickly in there to feed this scrum. Rapati going in at loose forward, Vivers out wide, but Rapati didn't pack. It's on to Vivers. The kick upfield, a planned ploy from the Saints, trying to put pressure on Leeds. It's Gibson that's back with it. Marvin Edwards with him, but Gibson. Saints get off him quickly. All the Leeds men come back onside. And now with Roy Powell, Bailey and Ward meet him. He plays it quickly. Richard Gunn scampering away. Round Shane Cooper, looking for support as Tanner comes over. Excellent tackle from Tanner. Rugby union style, round the waist there and slides down the legs. But it's Leeds putting another bit of attack together. Bentley, Connolly wraps him up on the Saints 25. Malloy, inside ball to Golding, to him forward, the last pass. But it's the sixth and final tackle, and Leeds will have to run it. 1 point's no good. Now with Stevens, chips it through. Cooper lets it roll. Well, does he have to? Yes, he does. Have to knock it dead. Stevens, a lovely weighted ball, chipped it through, followed it up, but Cooper was there, hoping that the ball would run dead, but he had to help it along, and now Saints have to drop out from between their own posts. 13 minutes of the half gone. Still the score, 8 points to 0 in the Saints' favour. And Phil Beavers to drop out. Excellent kick from Beavers again. 55 yards before it actually touches the ground. Edwards nearly fumbled it. Ward and George Mann complete the tackle, and it's Leeds again with another 6 tackles to hopefully get the first points on the board. O'Neill inside to Gunn, going for the corner, turns it inside to Irving, but good solid defence from the Saints. Excellent tackling there. Mike Riley on the far side, Golding along the line, Schofield, Diverty, Tirapati tapped his ankles, Beavers completes the tackle, Powell again at dummy half, Leeds bring it blind to Schofield, short ball to Malloy, he's held in the tackle, Creaser, Golding, strong run of Powell, passes it inside to Golding, Leeds keep it going, it's with Malloy, back to Golding, he's tackled with it, 6th and final one again, well they never get a better chance, Schofield says he's going to kick it there, well he passes it, and Saints are going to have possession, Leeds again trying that long cut-out pass, but all to no joy, as Grove tries to scamper away, loses his footing, and Gary Stevens just holds him down. Rapati from the acting half-back position, can't get away, Saints pegged in their own 25, we're looking for a quick play of the ball, and Diverty holding down, but the clock is stopped as Rapati gets up. Saints should have received a penalty though, and Rapati was held in the tackle, but he plays it now. He'll receive treatment perhaps, as George Mann pushes the tackler off, and Gary Connolly tidies up the loose ball from the Saints there, and it's Riley bringing it up to the 25. 8 points to 0 the score. Saints take it blindside, Phil Beavers, positional kicking again from Beavers, Marvin Edwards well back, Groves and Cooper, Gary Connolly come up, voluntary tackle there from Edwards, O'Neill at dummy half, it's now with Carl Gibson, looking for that chink in the Saints armour, speed merchant Gibson, also a Great Britain player, Richard Gunn at dummy half, blindside, no, Gary Stevens, I beg your pardon, it was at dummy half, on to Richard Gunn, who now takes up the acting half-back position, Malloy plays it, the ball's fed infield, Schofield looking for the gap, well knocked down, knocking that ball down when Leeds were putting pressure on the Saints, still in their own half they were, but Schofield, well, the Saints with another one against the head, Rapati streaking away, onto Bailey, now it's Rapati again, back to Bailey, losing his footing, in the Leeds 25 now, and a knock-on being given by the touch judge obviously. I don't think the referee Galter spotted that, he was looking over to the touch judge, scrum down with the Saints feed. Saints taking 3 I think against the head this afternoon. Well, if we can do 3, I'm certain we can do 4. It's Stevens to feed. But to Leeds out this time, George Mann breaks quickly, well, referee Galter's ruling George Mann offside. As Gary Schofield, I beg your pardon, with a kick for touch, finds touch 10 yards short of the halfway line. Richard Gunn, Roy Powell coming through, but didn't look as though he was running hard, then Powell slowed down. Golding along the line, now with Irving, support on his left, but he's well wrapped up by Gary Connolly and Phil Beavers. And certainly Leeds, the big spenders, they're not doing too much. It just proves that you can have the best players, or buy the best players, or think you're buying the best players in the world, but it doesn't mean to say that they're going to knit together as a team, and obviously they haven't. But Saints, they're giving Golding plenty of room. Gunn was stood in the tackle for what seemed an eternity, and then Golding came through on it, but Diverty wrapped up on the 25. Farber and Ward this time complete the tackle, 6th and final tackle again with Schofield, he chips it, but Rapati has it, covered it well, read it well there, Rapati facing his own posts, but took that chip kick from Schofield. And Gary Connolly now with ball possession in his own 25. 19 minutes of the half gone, no further score to that half-time interval lead for the Saints of 8 points to 0. The Leeds looking obviously to register another win in the Stones Bitter League Championship. George Mann, Mark Bailey, as they Wakefield beat them at Bellevue 22 points to 20, and they also lost the week before at home to Warrington. That was a BSB game, 22-13 the score there. They're trailing 8 points to 0 this afternoon with a super drilled Saints outfit as Beavers gets the ball upfield. Marvin Edwards takes it and then goes behind his own line. Cover defence there. Rapati playing exceptionally well this afternoon, and Cooper. The Saints choir get behind them. The Saints contingent on that by that electric scoreboard end as Gibson tries to come away with the ball, but Harrison and Bailey wrap him up. Malloy now trying to come through very quiet. First 20 minutes in the half he was outstanding for Leeds, and then he just seemed to drift out of the game. And it's now with Bentley. Inside ball there to Schofield. Well, Schofield tries to loft it over. Connolly has it. Excellent work from Gary Connolly. And Schofield will be disappointed with that. Went in hard on Gary Connolly. But he's allowed to play it. Or he gets up to play it. He still needs treatment, obviously taking a knock. A hard tackle from Gary Schofield. He was annoyed with himself that he'd made a hash of that lofted ball attempt, which Connolly intercepted. In the last quarter now, as Cooper looking to make inroads. Inside ball there to Mike Riley, 10 yards short of the Leeds 25-yard line. Beavers at dummy half. Throws it infield, Forber has it. Looking to beat the first line of defence, but that's the sixth tackle, says referee Geltras. Oh, that's the fifth tackle. Forber gets up slowly. Grove takes it blindside. Beavers, quick hands. Cooper chips it through. Connolly follows it up. But it's Edwards, I think, on the far side. Or is it Bentley? Bentley, I think it is, that gathers it. And Saints now to contain Leeds in their own 25. Something they've done quite well. Leeds very rarely been in the Saints 25. 8 points to 0 the score. And we've about 18 minutes of the game to play. Mike O'Neill quickly wrapped up when he gets the ball away to Stevens. It's now with Creaser threading his way through. Obviously a cheer from the Leeds faithful as Creaser goes through, because they've not had a lot to cheer about this afternoon, have they? As Schofield gets the kick away, that was on the sixth tackle. Quirk will have no problem in gathering it. He comes back, drives up, loses possession. Stevens accepts it. It's now with O'Neill. So a rare mistake from the Saints. It puts the Leeds in possession and puts the Saints under a bit of pressure. Bentley. Well, he's released the ball. Surely that was off the floor. Must be an infringement. Must be a penalty to the Saints. Well, the touch judge on the far side reporting to referee Galtras. No doubt it'll be a penalty to Leeds if the touch judge involved. Oh, I beg your pardon. I stand corrected. It's a scrum down with the Saints feed. I thought he'd gone in and said the Saints player had reaped the ball out of the Leeds man's hands. But Saints win scrum possession. Forber straightens up, centre field. 10 yards outside his own 25. And Cooper again, leading by example, prodding and probing. Pointing to his side, ordering his side round. He's there again, moves it to the right. George Mann, oh, he's devastating at close range. Rapati, looking for that gap, strong runner, turns in the tackle, back to Cooper, looking to get it round, he lofts it over to Mark Bailey. Quirk on his outside, he gives it to Les Quirk now, he beats Mike O'Neill, he's only Edwards to beat. Quirk takes him on the outside, but what a superb tackle from Edwards. He comes in, he did the job, but he's taken a knock as Edwards. I think he's running to the hoardings, but an excellent try-saving tackle there from Edwards. He came across. Les Quirk got a lovely ball there. He rounded Mike O'Neill, and then he only had Edwards to beat. He came round, he took him on the outside, but Edwards came in, pushed him down into touch, and now it's a scrum down with a Leeds feed. Stevens to feed, and Leeds have possession. Well, he lost it, did Edwards. A knock-on indicated. Leeds under the cosh. Saints putting the pressure on him now. To scrum down with the Saints feed, and virtually on the Leeds line now. So Saints are going to have 6 tackles to make this count, provided that they can get scrum possession, get clean scrum possession. Cooper has it. The Leeds crying for a knock on there, but it's Saints possession. It was Beavers that came up with it. Now with Cooper along the line, George Mann, he'll be looking for the gaps. Beavers, Cooper, Kevin Ward looking to break the tackle and unload. He can't this time. Well, that's 3, I make it. Another 3 for the Saints to make it count. Lofted ball there. Well, it's kicked forward by Gibson. He gathers it, but he's well taken down there. He did well. Tanner covered him. Gibson kicked it through. He could have kicked it on. He may have been better kicking it on, but it's Leeds on the charge. Stevens inside to O'Neill. Beavers completes the tackle. So Saints nearly scoring, and then Leeds hitting back, breaking out of defence quickly into attack. Diverty. But something going on the far side. I think it was Edwards linking up, and it looked as though well, Mike Riley having 10 minutes in the sin bin. I think he may have taken Edwards there on suspicion, but the ball was moving to the left, and obviously the ball wasn't released, and Mike Riley adjudged to have taken Edwards on suspicion, and he's received 10 minutes in the sin bin. Leeds with the penalty. They find touch on the Saints 25, and it's Gibson coming crossfield. Forward wraps him up. Well, surely the man was tackled, but he gets up again and goes another 5-6 yards forward, and it's Leeds now looking to put an effort to get points on the board. Schofield he was there trying to get through. George Mann wrapped him up. Short ball to Malloy. Well clamped again. Cooper round the chest, Rapati round the legs. Gunn onto Golding, goes for the line, brought down short. Saints defence will be tested now. Schofield lofts it wide. Yes, is it Edwards in the corner? Well, another debatable try. Looked as though he was in touch on the corner before he touched it down. Right in the opposite corner to where we are. Very hard to judge. But no doubt we'll look at that again, but it's Marvin Edwards that's come up with the try for Leeds. Linking up out wide, but Schofield again lobs it out, a lofted cut-out pass. But that coming about there after Saints had Mike Riley sent to the sin bin. And then Leeds putting pressure on the Saints, nearly scoring over here on the right, and then it was moved over, Saints down to 12 men, and Edwards linking up. Marvellous, isn't it? Just been treated and virtually pronounced dead as Edwards, but he's up and about there and went in at the corner. As I said, only just got in at the corner. Whether his feet were actually in touch, a similar type of movement to Alan Hunt, who was adjudged in touch on this bottom left-hand corner before. But anyway, Simon Irving it is, the goal kicker here at Leeds. 4 points to Leeds, 8 to the Saints. A crucial conversion attempt for Irving with just 12 minutes of normal play remaining. Irving lofts it. Has it got the legs? Just falling short. Had the distance, but just fell short. 4 points to Leeds, 8 to the Saints, and 12 minutes to go. Took Leeds 67 minutes to register a score. And that'll give the Leeds faithful a little bit to shout about. But it's up to Saints now to hit back in good style and extend their lead. In the Stones Bitter League campaign last season, we lost here at Headingley 23 points to 4. But won at Nosey Road 22-16, and the Leeds player there making a hash as the ball was kicked off. I think it was Malloy, touched him and went dead. So Leeds now are going to be under the cosh with Schofield having to drop out from between the sticks. David Tanner stops it with his foot, gathers it safely, moves over to the right, looking for the chink in the Leeds armour now, but Saints down to 12 men. Riley in the sin bin for another 7 or so minutes. Connolly along the line, Cooper, John Harrison sticking hold of this ball, should be the order of the day, but unfortunately John Harrison there, whether he had it removed from him or just lost it in the tackle, but Leeds have possession. Well, surely the Leeds man not in the correct acting half-back position there. Stevens, as he got it from gun, is there again. It's slightly to an angle. Whether that counts or not, I don't know. It does if you're marking up, doesn't it? But it's Golding, that dummy half. Schofield, Diverty, short ball to Edwards, well wrapped up. Always looking dangerous in attack, Marvin Edwards, but Saints, well, a loose pass there. Bentley tidies it up. He straightens up and Groves brings him down. Farmer completes the tackle, wraps him up. Sixth and final tackle, so this ball will be pumped upfield by Leeds, you can bet. Third to Golding. Gets it upfield. David Tanner makes sure it's safe. Les Quirk linking with him, but Tanner has to take the tackle of Powell. And Creaser, Mark Bailey beats 2 tackles. Goes up there, but O'Neill brings him down. Kevin Ward running strong and hard. Up to the 12, he's lost possession. Going to say up to the 25, but Schofield again onto Edwards. Quick hands from Leeds. And now it's with Gibson. Gibson has the ball. He feeds it inside to Irving, but Connolly's in there again. Quick hands from Leeds, and Saints cover defence holds firm. Gibson now. Harrison brings him down. Inside ball from Stevens to O'Neill. Saints only with a 4 points lead, 8 points to 4 they lead. We've got 8 minutes remaining. And Leeds are in possession. 10 yards outside the Saints 25-yard area. Roy Powell now looking for the gap. Well, he gets things underway, it's gone. He throws it anywhere, O'Neill has it. Saints cover defence again on that far side as Irving has it. It's now with Edwards, well, a forward pass there surely to Divarty, but the try's given. Puts Leeds back on level terms. Well, referee Galtris mustn't have been well positioned there, but surely a forward pass in that movement. But it's Diverty that has the try. Puts Leeds back on level terms. On that right flank there for the Saints, 1 man short. Leeds throwing it about a bit there. Quite a couple of controversial decisions in that passage of play. And the ball looked as though the man looked as though he was tackled. I think it was Powell, then he released it. And then a final pass to Diverty, certainly looking forward from our position. But it levels the scores up, 8 points apiece. And a crucial conversion for Simon Irving. Another couple of minutes before Mike Riley comes back onto the field of play. And certainly Leeds have hit back in good style with Saints down to 12 men. 2 tries in that bottom left-hand corner as you're viewing. And now Simon Irving looking for the conversion that will give Leeds the lead for the first time in this game. Strikes it well. Waved away, gone right across the face of the posts. 8 points to 0 the score, and Saints will have to keep the chins up. It took the Leeds spectators 67 minutes, obviously, before they came to life. And there's Riley just running up and down on the touchline. The Saints kick off, taken by Bentley on his own line. That'll give Leeds a bit of heart, but Saints will have to ensure that they don't get things underway. Leeds moving it now. Powell looking for the gaps. Leeds still in possession. Malloy brought down centre field. Groves quickly there from marking up, has to go over to complete the tackle. Long pass there, Stevens, Schofield, lofted pass. Saints caught short on this side as Creaser is brought down right in front of us. He plays it to himself, he looks though he's marked up. Well, Saints being penalised for being offside. Les Quirkle was marking up there, but incurring referee Galtus' wrath. I don't know how he makes that out, but Leeds have the penalty award, and Mike Riley looking to come back on the field of play. He's still not allowed on. The touch judge looking at his watch on the far side. It's certainly 10 minutes, it's over 10 minutes on my watch. But now it's Stevens brought down, Shane Cooper on the Saints 25, Mike Riley's back on, Saints with a full complement, Powell, 8 points each to score, and we're talking about 4 minutes remaining. No doubt a drop goal attempt will come into the Leeds plans. Still with Schofield, he'll have to be closed down, he gets it underway, beats the cover defence there, he's brought down in the 25. Paul Groves wraps him up. Now with Malloy, sixth and final tackle again. Golding's there, Schofield's out wide. Leeds will have to be closed down. It's on to Divity. Divity attempts it, waved away to the left of the sticks. It's a 25-yard tap, restart. Saints in possession on the 25. A full 75 yards. The Saints... as the Saints come marching in is the cry, but Kevin Ward blockbusting upfield. And now it's Paul Groves at dummy half. On to Paul Farmer, moving it out wide. Trying to bring the Leeds defence in. But Mark Bailey at dummy half. John Harrison straightens up. Got to follow this man Harrison. Groves is with him on his right, but 10-15 yards. And he's brought down inside the Leeds half. Saints moving it right, Beavers. Tirapati shrugs the tackles off, back to Beavers. Out to Gary Conley, but Gibson wraps him up. Read it well there, did Gibson. Conley with his back to him. But it's Cooper. Well, Saints player taken on suspicion over there. And Bobby Golding penalised on the far side, but a Saints player taken on suspicion, receiving treatment from Saints physio Jeanette Smith. But that's alright, because it's one of Saints, isn't it? Referee Galtris penalised Mike Riley before and dispatched him to the sin bin. But nothing done this time. The touch judge has come on the far side, whether he reported it to him or not, but the penalty is awarded to the Saints. 2 minutes of normal time remaining, and a deep kick from Phil Beavers is essential to put the Saints back in a commanding position. He finds touch just short of the Leeds 25. A last chance for the Saints to snatch these 2 league points this afternoon. Saints being by far the more superior side, but throughout the full game, as Farmer loses possession, but Leeds took the chances when they had them. When Saints went out to 12 men, and the last try from Divity coming under dubious circumstances. But Leeds in possession in their own 25. Saints will have to peg them there for the remainder of these tackles and hope to get a change over. But it's now with Roy Powell, taken down on the 25. Saints put in an attacking move there, and unfortunately Paul Farmer losing possession. But Saints will have to close down Leeds' running options as Mike O'Neill there, 10 yards outside his own 25. The ball to Golding. He shapes as if to kick it, but he runs it. Looking to get his side underway. This is the sixth and final tackle. It'll go upfield now, you can bet. Well, Gunn's running it. Leeds are electing to run it. Diverty gets the kick away. Mike Riley gathers it safely. Gibson and Irving close down, but Riley coming crossfield. Gets up, shrugs the first tackle off, but he's still got possession. Only 30 seconds remaining. Well, kicked through by the Leeds player as George Mann gets Ings blindside. He turns in the tackle. Time running out for the Saints. They've got to go the full length as Harrison turns inside, doesn't release. Cooper again, he'll be trying to engineer a move for the Saints. Turns it inside, Tirapati sees the gap, drives for it. Cooper again, takes it to the right, Beavers, good ball to Kevin Ward, up to the halfway line, Kevin Ward is still going, releases it, the Leeds player have it, they do. We're actually in stoppage time added on, as Gibson has possession, looking dangerous there, he's brought down, well Gibson's lost it, play allowed to go on, the referee says it's okay. Waiting for the final hooter, with Leeds with a desperate last chance attempt. They'll go for the drop goal if they can as Gunn comes away. I wouldn't be surprised, that's only 2 tackles, but I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't go for the drop goal and snatch these 2 league points in the dying seconds. Stuart Schofield is shaping for the kick, he's dummying, he's under the tackle. We're just waiting for the final hooter now. A minute of stoppage time played. Leeds in possession deep in the Saints 25. Gunn turns it to Golding along the line. O'Neill, Irving, well tackled. 6th and final one now, and Saints will not have to be caught offside. Golding goes for the drop goal. He's charged down. Leeds have possession. Back with Stevens. It's Leeds again. And there's the final hooter. Saints at least have a share of the spoils. They get a point out of that encounter. Late on there, I thought Leeds might have tried to pop a drop goal over for an exciting game, but Leeds only coming 2 in the second half, and certainly a little bit of controversy over that try that gave Leeds a share of the spoils. That Diverty try. Saints down to 10 men, that's a beg your pardon, to 12 men. Riley controversially off in the sin bin, and then Edwards scoring a try in the corner, went unconverted. Diverty going in, also on the far left, that was unconverted after what certainly looked a forward pass which referee Galters didn't pick up. But anyway, that's the final score, 8 points apiece. Saints and Leeds are sharing the spoils, 1 point each in the Stones Bitter League Championship table, as the Saints come to applaud the spectators down to the bottom end. A nice gesture after such a hard physical game. David Cosgrove not used as a substitute this afternoon, but a nice gesture from the Saints there as they come down to the electric scoreboard end to salute the Saints travelling public. 8 points each, the final score. Join us next week at Wakefield Bellevue for another tie in the Stones Bitter League Championship table.